In the previous video, we learned how to create a basic CLI tool using Node and NPM. In this video, let's add some logic and also understand how to pass options to our CLI. Let's begin. I'm here at pokeapi.co, where you have access to a free Pokemon-related REST API. You can enter a Pokemon name and the API responds with a JSON of properties applicable to that Pokemon. If I type Charmander and click Submit, we get back details about Charmander such as abilities, forms, game indices, etc. What I want to focus on though is just this moves property. Moves is an array of objects and each object has a move property. Each move is in turn an object with a name and URL. For our Pokédex CLI, I want to keep it really simple and display the first 5 moves for a given Pokemon. If this requirement is clear, let's head back to VS Code and add the logic. I'm going to begin with the function definition that prints the first 5 moves given a Pokemon name. Const print 5 moves, and this is an async function that accepts a Pokemon name and logs the first 5 moves to the console. Within the function, we call the Pokemon API, passing in the Pokemon name. So const response is equal to await fetch, and I'm going to copy paste the API from the website. https pokeapi.co/api/v2/Pokemon followed by Pokemon name. Next, convert the response to JSON. Const Pokemon is equal to await response.json. Next, we extract the moves property from the JSON. Pokemon.moves.map and for each move, we extract just the name. Then we log to the console only the first 5 moves. So moves.slice 0,5. Finally, we call the function passing in a Pokemon name. Let's pass in Charmander once again. And a small correction, move should be destructured. Now what you should know is that this code is linked to the command and we don't have to run any additional steps to update the CLI with our changes. We can run codevolution Pokédex and we see the first 5 moves logged in the terminal: Mega Punch, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Scratch, and Sword Stance. Our code works as expected. Let's now improve this code. At the moment, the Pokemon name is hard-coded. Let's make it in such a way that the user can pass in a Pokemon name when running the CLI command itself. Now, the way to pass arguments to a CLI tool is to pass a CLI option. In index.js, we can add a log statement where we log process.argv. If we now run codevolution Pokédex -- Pokemon is equal to Charmander, we see an additional log from process.argv. This is an array where the 0th index is always path to the interpreter and first index is path to the CLI. From the second index though, we have the passed in options. We have passed in one option, which is Pokemon is equal to Charmander. Now we can process this array, but a better way is to use a package called yargs. Let me install it. npm install yargs. You can see it listed as a dependency in package.json. Yargs converts options into key value pairs that we can easily access in our code. In index.js, let's import and use the package. Const yargs is equal to require yargs. And we extract argv, calling yargs, passing in process.argv. Now, instead of passing in Charmander, we can pass in argv.pokemon. And this is what yargs does. It allows us to easily retrieve the Pokemon option value. If we now run codevolution Pokédex with an option Pokemon is equal to Charmander, we see the same output as before. Run the CLI with Pokemon is equal to Mew, and we see a different set of moves. Our CLI works as expected and has a few improvements. In the next video, let's add some interactivity to the CLI. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.